fibers and plastics. And to begin with, let's begin with plastic because it's my favorite topic. So, what are plastics? Well, plastic is a very familiar term. Everybody is familiar with plastics. Why? Because we use many several items made of plastic at home, even in schools and in offices. The articles that we mostly use are, chair, table, toys, water bottle, the containers found in kitchenwares, tumblers, baskets, mugs. Oof, it's a huge list, right? Even the pen that I'm using right now, it is made of plastic, right? So plastic finds huge application everywhere around us. Have you ever thought why? The reason is that plastic is easily moldable, that is, it can be reshaped in any form. Apart from that, plastic can be recycled, it can be reused, colored, it can be melted, rolled into sheets, and even it can be made into wires. So this is the reason. Now you know why plastic finds huge application everywhere in industry and in households. Now plastic is basically a polymer. What is a polymer? Now this polymer term is actually made of two Greek terms. Poly is a Greek term meaning many. Mer again is a Greek term, Greek word which means units or parts. Right? So we can define polymer as a compound containing many units or parts. Clear? Now these units or parts can be arranged in two different forms, in two different fashions. Like one can be in linear fashion, they can be arranged linearly. This arrangement is known as linear arrangement. Linear means straight chain, just like a straight chain, just like a straight line. This is one unit, this is one unit, this is one unit, this is one unit. So the various units are arranged in a straight line. So this is known as linear arrangement. At the same time, there can be another arrangement which is like this. This arrangement is known as cross-linked arrangement. As you can see, one straight and second straight. Two straight chain polymers or linear polymers are cross-linked like this. So because of this reason, this type of polymers or plastics can be bent. You must have observed many types of plastic articles, they can be easily bent. But on the other hand, some when applied force, they don't bend, they just break. Clear? Why? Because the compounds that have straight chain structure, they can be easily bent. Now imagine you are bending a straight wooden article or a straight plastic scale. It can be bent. But imagine an article or object having this structure. Can it be bent easily? No. Just think. It can be, if you will try to bend it, it will break. But it won't bend. So the polymers or the plastics having cross-linked structure, they do not bend. So the plastic having this kind of structure are basically known as thermoplastics. Let us classify plastic on this basis. Plastic can be classified into two. Thermoplastics. These are the plastics having straight chain structure and that can be bent or that can be, on heating, that shape can be changed. You must have observed when we fill hot water in a water bottle, it deforms. Its shape deforms. Why? These types of plastics are known as thermoplastics. The best and the most common example of thermoplastics are polyethylene and PVC. Polythene, it is that common polythene that you use everywhere for carrying things, right? PVC is used in the form of pipes, in the form of buckets, etc. Pipes that you use for watering your plants, they are made of PVC plastic. Then the other plastic that cannot be deformed on heating and it cannot be bent and that have a cross-linked structure are known as thermosetting polymers. Thermosetting plastics, to be precise. Thermosetting plastics. Now the best example of thermosetting plastics is bakelite. Bakelite is a very poor conductor of heat and electricity. Therefore, the electrical switches, the switchboards that you find at home or in offices, they are made of bakelite. One more example is melamine. Again, melamine also has superior properties. It is also heat and electricity resistant. It is corrosion resistant. Therefore, it finds huge use. It is used in kitchen articles, kitchenwares. It is used for making handles of utensils like pressure cooker, etc. So likewise, thermoplastic and thermosetting plastics both find huge application everywhere. Now if I say plastic is a material of choice, will you agree? Yes, I am right with that. Why? Plastic is a material of choice because plastic has too many superior properties because of which it finds huge application in household and even industries. Let's discuss what are its properties. Plastics are non-reactive. Now plastic does not react with light or air or water. Plastic, it can not be corroded easily. That is why it is used to store various things, various kind of materials, including even many chemicals, because it is non-reactive. It does not react with chemicals, it does not react with air or water. Second very important property of plastic is that plastic is strong, light in weight and durable. Now when I say this, I actually mean plastic objects that you use at home, you must have observed, they are very lightweight. They can be easily carried here and there. At the same time, they are very strong and they are durable. They have a very long life. So this again makes plastic a very important material of choice. Then next property is plastics are poor conductors. Plastics are poor conductors. So basically plastics are poor conductors of heat and electricity. So that makes again it a very usable material. It is used in electrical switches, in making plastic covering of electric wires. Now plastic being so important article, so important material because of its such nice properties, because of their superior properties. Still, plastic is very, very harmful for environment. You must know this. Yes, why? Plastic can be basically of two types. It can be biodegradable or it can be non-biodegradable. Now, as you know, biodegradable is one that can decompose by the action of bacteria naturally. By natural processes, this can be decomposed. But the plastic which is non-biodegradable, this does not decompose. It takes years and years to decompose. Even it cannot be burned. If you burn plastic, it is a very slow process. It takes lot of time. At the same time, it releases many poisonous gases, which contributes to air pollution. So plastic, when does not get decomposed naturally, it creates pollution. If it is burned, it contributes to air pollution. So this is the reason plastic is very harmful for the environment. So what is the solution? The solution is, first of all, avoid plastic as far as possible. Why? Because of it's plastic that is reusable. That can be, that can be remolded again and again. That can be used. But mostly the thermosetting plastic, it is non-remolded. So it is basically non-biodegradable, right? The best option is most of the thermoplastics that we discussed earlier, they can be remolded or recycled. So plastic, it cannot be decomposed, but it can be recycled again and again and can be reused. It's a good option, right? But most of the thermosetting plastic, that cannot be remolded. Once it is molded, it's like that only. So because of this, I am saying avoid plastic as far as possible. Don't use polythene bags, use bags made of cotton, jute. Nowadays, government has banned plastic at most of the places. So even the carry bags available in market, you will find they are made of paper right now. Very less polythene is now usable. It is used in market and everywhere. The shops, the shops and the various showrooms, they will give you bag made of paper and even the bag made of jute or cloth, right? So this is because of this awareness that has been created by government, right? So being a responsible citizen, you should always remember the principle of 5 R's. Principle of 5 R's. And the principle is reduce, reuse, recycle, recover and refuse. This is the most important point when you use substances that are harmful for environment. So with that note, we end our today's class. See you in the next class. Goodbye.